Across Patagonia by Lady Florence Dixie, edited by Stephen West. The language in this work reflects the time in which it was written. Some terms and descriptions may now feel outdated or inappropriate. They have been preserved as part of the original text and the historical record. The editor. Lady Florence became the first female war correspondent, reporting from South Africa during the First Boer War, for the Morning Post. Her bold stance made her a controversial figure in her time, respected by some, criticised by many, but never ignored. In her 1890 novel Gloriana, she imagined a future led by a woman disguised as a man, pushing the boundaries of gender and power in ways radically ahead of her era. What makes Lady Florence remarkable isn't just that she entered spaces women were excluded from, it's that she refused to treat those exclusions as natural or justified. She believed in full agency for women, to explore, to vote, to lead, and to live freely. And she didn't just believe it, she lived it. The more I researched Lady Florence, the more fascinated I became by her bold character and vision. She was complex, unafraid, and driven by a deep sense of justice. In many ways, her story feels as urgent now as it was then. That's why I wanted to bring her back to the fore. Her voice deserves to be heard again, not only for the historical significance of her work, but for the inspiration it can offer today. Lady Florence didn't ask permission. She acted and recorded her actions for us to witness. That legacy matters. It still speaks. The editor.
Chapter 1. Why Patagonia? Who would ever think of going to such a place? Why? You will be eaten up by cannibals. What on earth makes you choose such an outlandish part of the world? What can be the attraction? Why? It is thousands of miles away, and no one has ever been there before, except Captain Musters and one or two other adventurous madmen. Why Patagonia? These and similar questions and exclamations I heard from the lips of my friends and acquaintances when I told them of my intended trip to Patagonia, the land of the giants, the land of the fabled golden city of Manoa. What was the attraction in going to an outlandish place so many miles away? The answer to the question was contained in its own words, precisely because it was an outlandish place, and so far away. I chose it, pulled for the moment with civilization and its surroundings. I wanted to escape somewhere, where I might be as far removed from them as possible. Many of my readers have doubtless felt the dissatisfaction with oneself and everybody else that comes over one at times, in the midst of the pleasures of life. When one wearies of the shallow artificiality of modern existence, when what was once excitement has become so no longer, and a longing grows up within one to taste a more vigorous emotion than that afforded by the monotonous round of society's so-called pleasures. Well, it was in this state of mind that I cast round for some country which should possess the qualities necessary to satisfy my requirements. And finally, I decided upon Patagonia as the most suitable. Without doubt, there are wild countries, more favoured by nature in many ways, but nowhere else are you so completely alone. Nowhere else is there an area of 100,000 square miles which you may gallop over and wear, whilst enjoying a healthy, bracing climate. You are safe from the persecutions of fevers, friends, savage tribes, obnoxious animals, telegrams, letters, and every other nuisance you are elsewhere liable to be exposed to. To these attractions was added the thought, always alluring to an active mind, that there, too, I should be able to penetrate into vast wilds, virgin as yet to the foot of man. Scenes of infinite beauty and grandeur might be lying hidden in the silent solitude of the mountains, which bound the barren plains of the Pampas, into whose mysterious recesses no one, as yet, had ever ventured. And I was to be the first to behold them, an egotistical pleasure, it is true, but the idea had a great charm for me, as it has had for many others. Thus, under the combined influence of these considerations, it was decided that Patagonia was to be the chosen field of my new experiences.